Hello guys, welcome back. Important message, do not miss this video. Important message to investors, important message to those wanting to know whether the crypto or the stock market is going to recover in 2022. And why is the market crashing? Guys, I'm going to try to be as elegant as possible in this video, and hopefully these words are not that harsh for anybody, because here we only speak the truth. Now, the market, guys, the last 2 years, major markets, not just the stock market, was acting like Alexander the Great, being showered with flowers left, right, and center as he entered Alexandria, which is the same thing for these markets. Instead, they were showered with stimulus and capital and suckers and retail traders' money. So that's all being stripped away. Imagine you reach the highs of life, you take a drug, you reach the high of life, and suddenly the drug is stripped away from you. So now you collapse. Scientifically proven. Now, that's the same with the stock market. Everything that was there, giving it that high of life and bringing it to the all-time highs, is being retracted and taken away from it. Lockdowns have been lifted, i.e. companies now don't have the same customer base they had in 2020, 2021. Bond purchases are being retracted, okay, by the feds. Interest hikes that was lowered to make it cheaper for companies to borrow and operate is being hiked, right? So everything is being retracted. The suckers, the retail traders that were thrown at the markets, right? The social media traders that were thrown at the markets in 2020, 2021, majority got wiped out. Many people don't even have money anymore. In 2020, I couldn't walk across the street to some shop or even the shoe shiner like JP Morgan. I mean, everybody knew what Bitcoin was. Everybody knew about GME and the stock market, and it attracted so many people. Like, there isn't many more investors that could really lift the market. Maybe the next generation could. So we've had everything, the high, guys, the high of life, in the last 2 years. Now it's all taken away and stripped away. People are going back to their normal lives. So what do you think is happening here? Well, of course you have a crash in crypto. Of course you have a crash in the stock market. So what's next? Well, what's next is companies. We've seen this in 2015 in the taper tantrum. Companies now have to show investors that they can survive with interest hikes. Companies have to show investors that their customer base is going to increase even without the lockdowns, even without COVID. So, some companies benefited. Matter of fact, majority of companies benefited, especially pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceutical stocks that were, printing out, making vaccines or whatnot. The first ones I'm going to be short, in matter of fact. So, with that being said, guys, that's what's going to happen. Companies need to show investors that they're performing well, their customer base is going to increase, and their outlook is going to increase. Because this is the aftermath of COVID now. So this could take longer than 2022, because in 2015 it took a year to actually meet the all-time high and reach the all-time high again after they introduced tapering and interest hikes. Now, in regards to the crypto market, that's another story, guys, because the crypto market is one of those things that takes a year or two to start on a bull run again and for the engines to rev. Now, I believe it's going to take longer than 2022 to see a recovery, right? The market for now is going to go sideways, consolidate, just because there's 4 interest hikes coming in and investors don't want to invest. I warned about hedge funds and social media traders of manipulating stocks and pumping them. Yes, I said hedge funds. Yes, I said funds like ARK Innovations. They go on social media every time they buy something. They bought Python and Coinbase at the top. And I told you guys, do not follow these guys, because it is in their best interest to share with you why they bought something. And of course, guys, we know what these stocks are at currently. Retail traders really got suckered into a lot of investments. And of course, it is your job as an educated investor not to get suckered into such investments. But that's a lesson for the books, I believe, because a lot of people came into the markets in 2020, 2021 unaware of what's going on. And now they learned the lesson. So we're not going to really punish anybody for that. But that's a lesson. Timing is very important in markets. A lot of people went into markets without any experience, and they just piled on when things were going up, and when things really went up and they made profits, majority of people walked away, but majority of people stayed in, which is the biggest mistake ever. Now, it's not your fault. It's the ones telling you to hold and stay in these stocks, because at the end of the day, guys, what ends up happening is, in a bull run, anybody can make money, but not everybody can walk away with it. So your timing is important. It is not anybody's fault. No social influencer, no, no YouTuber. It is, at the end of the day, your skill, your knowledge. How do you behave? We are all individualistic in this game, and you need to learn that. You need to be able to walk away from trades. You need to be able to walk away from profits, and that's why a skill is important in this field. So, where do we go from here? Well, simple, guys. We short in a consolidation period. A lot of you who have my old course, we do a pattern 4 on it, which is drop, up, sideways, down, sideways, everything sideways. Look, bear markets are very profitable, but they'll be very choppy at times, especially when all the liquidity disappears. Retail traders are no longer there to eat the dips. You can see the dips are not being eaten. But for long-term investors, it's a great year to load up on your investments, hold, and wait for a bull run in 2023. It could be the end of this year. Now, yes, you're going to see recoveries, but these recoveries are going to be short-lived because there's too many things happening. Earner reports are going to be appearing the next 2 months, this month and next month. So that this will really influence investors' behavior if they're going to be investing or not. So that's my advice. That's what I believe from 7 years of experience, guys. We've seen the same thing happen in 2015 when the taper tantrum happened. A lot of investors panicked, but things came back to recover. But they didn't break an all-time high for another few months later. So you can do your own research on that. And maybe you'll have a different opinion on that, or maybe somebody else will have a different opinion on that. But that's the problem. You take too many opinions, and you don't even take your own, which is why you need to learn the skill, right? Gotta go, guys. Peace and love. Hopefully you do just fine. And look, if you took a loss, if you took heavy losses, you can always walk away from them and go back in, try to short the market, or keep your losses and wait for them to recover and short the market or short the same stocks you're holding long term. Profit off the short term, while your other investments, let them marinate and wait for things to pick up again. But I believe it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of weird, freaky things to happen for retail traders to come back and get attracted to the market to buy again. That's just my opinion, because I believe we've seen all the retail traders in 2020, 2021, and I believe now the injection of money has it's been fully injected. Now there isn't any more injections left. That's my opinion. Peace, guys. See you soon, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed this opinion and this pep talk. Gotta go. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. I'm there sharing market updates every day from now on, because I want you to win. Peace.